They've been really targeting my show, my live for a long time, and the youth ScrewTube has been really on my show, on my live, and they've been basically, not giving out our notifications that we're going on. But ladies and gentlemen, we're still talking about rapper the Baby, how he got canceled in culture. Thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, they basically messing with my channel, man. They they basically got me all. They send me out these community lying policies and violating. ScrewTube is violating all kinds of constitutional rights. You understand? They violating all kinds of constitutional rights. You know what I mean? But um, but let's go into this. This is part two of our podcast here that we're doing today, or our video essay on rapper the Baby. Is he been? It's always let's bash a black male, especially if he's heterosexual. Let's bash him. Okay, and we have no problem with the gay community. Black people don't have no problem with gay folks. This is just something that the white media has always been doing. They have always tried to censorship artists, especially heterosexual black males. They've been after us for a very long time. But I want to go ahead and read what CNN, I give them credit for this piece because I have to work on some stuff. So let me hurry up and get out of here. Thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, y'all. CNN wrote, and then I'll give them credit for this. They said that the Lollapalooza cancels the Baby's performance after homophobic comments. The Lollapalooza Music Festival canceled the rapper's performance on Sunday after comments that were widely condemned as homophobic. At the Rolling Loud Music Festival in Miami on July 25th, the Baby made false and insulting comments about gay men and HIV. He also spoke cruelly about women. So they have to a lot of black women love the Baby, you know what I mean? But they had to put that comment out there so they can basically get some women support as far as their little propaganda piece here. The Baby defended his comments later on Instagram. I wasn't going on a rant. That's called a call to action. That's what that call calls. I'm a live performer. He said, I'm the best live performer. Elton John, Madonna, and Dua Lipa were all among the names speaking out to condemn the comments. Dua Lipa, who collaborated with the rapper on a remix of her song Levitating, Levitating, said in a statement on her Instagram story that she was surprised and horrified at the Baby's comment. At least one celebrity has spoke out in support of the Baby. Now, here's the thing. Black people have always been targeted. We get targeted way more than the LGBT community, any other community. They basically do nothing. Where is the hate bills that all these black folks getting found hung to death, and we don't have no hate bill. We don't have no outcry from the white media. But it goes on to say that if you're going to have the Little Nas X video and him living his truth, you're going to damn sure have people like the baby who's going to speak that truth. Rapper T.I. said on his Instagram about rapper Lil Nas X being openly gay. Now, I just talked about that in the last piece. Hopefully, ScrewTube will allow that video to play so you can look at part one, because they had took off my live and I was in the middle of understanding that another one of my we cast another actress in the film, the David Michaela. So I was, really, very excited. But then the ScrewTube just took my channel. I'm like, what's going on? But the baby who's going to speak their truth, rapper T.I. said on Instagram about rapper Lil Nas X being openly gay. Rapper Young Thug and G Harbo will take the baby spot on the festival, Lollapalooza announced. The festival tweeted that it was founded on diversity, inclusivity, respect, and love, and that the baby's performance was canceled with that in mind. You see, this is where the white media and other people, they like to do these janky moves against black folks, especially when black people, especially heterosexual black people, and black men, they've been calling us out for years because we've been black people been calling out all of this stuff that the LGBT community has been doing against us, the hatred that they show us, the vitriol that they show against us now, since we're fighting back against all that. This is the white media. This is the powers that be in the LGBT community. We always talked about all of these people ganging up on black folks. Remember when the Democrats get in office. And that's literally when my page shut down when I start mentioning that. But the baby said nothing really offensive here. He really didn't say anything that target homosexuals. No, he did. No, he didn't. The thing about this is that the LGBT community and gay community, they're blowing a lot of stuff out of proportion, specifically because the Democrats are running the office now. And so the white media gives them a lot of attention when the Democrats are in office, because it's to try to find a way to move it away from this Black Lives Matter stuff on to, oh, this is an LGBT, we got to now shine, or the gay community have to shine, everything besides those black folks. Never mind them. See, like I said in the part 2, they do all of this because they want to undermine black people. And we've been trying to tell black people, we've been trying to tell us that we have to stay on code because they're on code against us. See, we have no time fighting each other when we have a lot of these propaganda machines going after the black community. You see, it's nothing that the baby said that was really homophobic about men with HIV or gay men or whatever. That was not the homophobic saying that. This is the white media blowing out everything out of proportion. And we told y'all they like to do this. They like to do this when the Democrats are in office. See, when the Republicans are in office, they really basically don't get no attention. The LGBT community, the gay community, they cannot stand when Republicans in office, because when a Republican's in office, they don't pretty much care about, the sensitivity of the LGBT community. That's the reason why they like when Democrats get in office, because Democrats basically, they try to undermine black folks, and how they do that is that they work with other groups against us. Okay, both parties work against us, but when it comes to the LGBT and the gay community and all these other people, they basically all work against us when the Democrats are in office. Somebody talk black to me, right? So we want to basically cover this. We basically know that they were going to try to pull something on these rappers. They always do this. So this is just the white media just basically trying to, saying it's them along with the LGBT community trying to just push their weight around here a little bit. And that's fine. They're going to do that. They did the same thing with Michael Jackson. They did the same thing with other celebrities. This is what they do. And I don't know why black people just don't get this. Black people continue to basically don't get what these folks is all about. That this is about undermining us. You understand? So we're just going to go ahead and close out this video. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to subscribe, like, share the video, and join us next Thursday. Now, next Thursday, we're going to be talking about a lot of other things. We're going to go into depth. I'm going to try to do my video essay on Amos Wilson, so that everybody will know who he is, and that we can basically talk a great deal of him, so that there will be great research. We're going to try to do that as well. So I might come on next week 3 or 4 times. You'll see me probably even on a Saturday so that we can get all of that stuff out because it's very important that we understand about our elders. So that has been today the Lawyer Henderson Show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Our book, Foolish American Politics. Again, shout out to, I came back from Los Angeles. When I was in Los Angeles, Malik from Bookstores, he is promoting our book. He's going to buy some, purchasing some books. So we basically are in the bookstores, at least one in Los Angeles. But I can't wait to release the film, David and Michaela, because they're going to be a session for us with that film. And I'm going to go over that, as the days come by. We're also going to have the cast that's going to come on the Lawyer Henderson podcast. We're going to be in a building and all the cast is going to be around. So you basically, once the film is completed, you will not want to miss that, man. It's going to be very, 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 very important. I was speaking of Los Angeles when I went there last week. Remember, I was telling y'all about how the whole thing about how Compton and Long Beach, how that's all Mexican and Hispanics, mostly black people. When I was driving down Compton, or I was driving in by Long Beach and certain parts of South Central LA, Hispanics and Mexicans have taken that whole thing over. They're 60% of the population there. You've seen a few white people on the streets, but you've mostly seen black folks there. And so certain black people who did move to like places like Culver City. Remember, I told you I was going to talk a little bit more about this today. A lot of them who moved away from those areas, like black people who got a little bit more money, they moved, like I said, to places like Culver City. You may see some black folks in Beverly Hills and certain other places like Van Nuys. And but like I said, the whole thing changed in California as far as where black people is. You go back down to Skid Row, and you see all of these old black folks who is just on the streets down there on Skid Row, and they're homeless there. But then on top of that, you see a lot of RVs that is on the shoulders of the streets. And we were like, wait, I was there, and I was like, man, I said that this is crazy. I didn't see that in Las Vegas. In Las Vegas, when I went to Las Vegas, before I went to Los Angeles, I didn't see really that homeless. When I saw homeless, I saw white people in Las Vegas homeless moreover than black folks in Las Vegas. But when I went to Los Angeles, I seen more. There was Mexicans and Hispanics homeless, but then you had a lot of black folks there homeless as well. And you had like a few poor white folks. So the issue here is that black people, because the civil rights generation has taught us that we should love everybody, we basically have been placed in a situation where we have been boxed in, if you will, by people who we don't know, who have came. And remember when I was in Los Angeles, when I did my video essay, remember I told y'all about how the how Obama, when he signed the Dreamers Act that allowed 800,000 young Mexicans or whatever, illegals or whatever you want to call them, to basically get a upper hand on, let's say, citizenship. A federal judge said that was illegal. Now, it's still in a situation where those 800 people will be able to continue their citizenship, but they cannot take no more applications because of the federal judge ruling that it was illegal to give these people citizenships and benefit over average American citizens, you see. So, but back to my point, I wanted to finish this because I told you I was going to finish it. So we have a lot of issues that we're just, like I said, as Black folks, we're blocked in. We're blocked in. And this is also have went going on in Dallas, going on in Texas, going on in Florida, Miami, and other parts, going on in Los Angeles, where we are boxed in by a lot of Mexicans, Hispanics, and illegal immigrants. Why is that? So Black people just we don't know how to, like right here in Georgia, for instance. These people are so bold that you have a majority of a Black community, but they're still able to put Mexican restaurants in one small plaza, and Black people we just don't get it. We've been locked out of the economic system in this nation. We've been locked out, and it's time for us to start doing something about it. It's time for us to start looking into what's going on with our ability not to come together to do something for Black people. Okay? So I want to leave you with that. But we're going to be coming on next week because we have been behind on a lot of commentary. But to get us caught up, we're going to come on next week. Or I think next week or the week after that, I'll come on 3 times. And we'll come on and start talking about a lot of other things and issues, also to build up your portfolio, investing in real estate, other properties. We're going to be talking about that. I'm going to be trying to look into doing that as well, because I've been starting investing in the stock market and things of that nature. So I've been doing a lot of things here. I've been trying to educate folks here and there. And so we're just going to basically come together and do some things, man, and hopefully y'all will tune in so that we can talk about it. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff on the list, a lot of news and commentary, other things that we're going to be doing. We're going to continue to give you what you need in the Black community. And we need to come together as Black folks. We need to do things that is going to help and benefit us. We don't have time wasted. Like I said, 2053 will be here before you know it. And in 2053, remember, they said that Black folks will lose all their wealth by 2053, right? So it's time for us to do something, to stop that, to stop us from losing that wealth, okay? Black power. So, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video essay, but I wanted to just talk about that as well, in addition to what was going on with the rapper Little Baby, or whatever, the baby, whatever his name is. So yeah, that's it. The commentary with rapper the baby, and finishing up the issue with what I'm seeing in Los Angeles and what I'm seeing in certain areas and stuff like of that nature. And don't forget, like I said, next week, a week or the week after that, we're gonna come on 3 or 4 times so that we can basically boost up our news podcasts. And I know that the ScrewTube do not like that. ScrewTube do not like when we're coming on. They basically been destroying our notifications. Hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. This has been the Lawyer Henderson Podcast Show. Thank you for listening, and peace. Don't forget to listen live.